So here I have an example of a clip that we're going to use the Roto Brush tool on that I believe is going to be a lot easier because of the huge contrast difference. So this is the first time that I've worked with it, but we'll try it and bring it in here and see how this kind of plays out with our Roto Brush tool. So I'm going to come in here and paint real quick and get that clip. Okay, so now I have my edge already set up on this clip. It's 14 seconds, a little past 14 seconds. What I'm going to do, just for the sake of this clip here, is I'm going to trim that to 5 seconds, and we'll work with that and see what we've got here. So I'll go ahead and track forward by pressing the play button on this clip and let it slowly start rendering each of these frames. Okay. And as we see, this thing's going to start rendering here. Again, the Roto Brush tool, because it's based on contrasting pixels, like I said before, this is where, having something that does contrast significantly. Obviously, I've got a black hoodie versus a white backdrop, white wall. That's going to make a world of difference when you're trying to rotoscope out something. As simple as that, I can show you here real quick. That's how quickly that works for that. And if I bring in, let's say, even a solid, something drastic to put in the background, we can see how quickly that was able to remove the backdrop. In cases like this, that's going to be your best case scenario. You're working with, a clip that has a significant contrast where you can pull that roto from it. But not all clips are like that. Like in the case of our hat, where we had some blending backgrounds. We had the hat that disappeared into the building, some focus issues and things like that. And those cases like that might be better or best served by manually rotoscoping that clip if we really wanted a very, very clean cutout. You can all end up using a mixture of the two if need be. In cases like this, though, sticking with one or the other might be a beneficial choice. A clip like this, I would definitely use the Roto Brush tool, and then I'd work with, the edge expansion and feathering, and those elements like that to just, clean it up some and have that ready to go. Again, part of this process is just understanding the techniques and tools used. We definitely want to make sure, though, moving forward with whatever clips we're going to use in our projects, or if we're generating any by recording, is that you think about the production tools that you're going to need or use going into that. So like we talk about in visual effects, is that pre-production phase of research and development, or the pre-visualization. Is just considering those things, what you're needing, what you're going to do, so that you make sure that you're not adding additional undue work on your platform or into your project. So here, like I said, this clip, and it moves forward a little bit here and there, so I'll try to get this here pulled out real quick, and I'll kind of speed up this so you can see what we end up working with here. All right, so there is our 5 seconds that we just kind of did. And again, on this clip like this, we didn't really have any major issues that popped up because there is such a contrasting difference in those backdrops. The track held really, or sorry, the Roto Brush, you know, held really well to that. So if we go back out and let's say we view it here, you know, in our 5 seconds, you know, we can kind of do a little, a quick playback, you know, scrub through some of this footage just to see what it looks like. And, you know, and I'd say that's actually pretty good, you know, pretty good edge. We can clean up some more of that in here with, let's say, the feathering tools, you know, touching up a little more, you know, if we wanted to bring the edge in a little bit, you know, bring that back some, let's say not too much, but just enough so that it looks like there's not any hot elements. Like, as you notice, we had that sort of the white line around there, and that's just pulling in some of the background, but that's actually pretty clean, you know, and that looks really good. So what I would do is I'd come in here and I'd go ahead and hit freeze and let it render that out.